What's up, YouTube fam? It's me again. Well, I got moved into my new apartment. I've been living over here. I got moved in back at the end of September. I'm just now in post, making another video. I'm busy. I still got to get stuff for it, but I'm just laying here on the floor watching TV. I'm kind of not interested in who they're covering today, but it's entertainment. But I feel like the games are rigged anyway. But I'm more of a college football guy anymore. But that's neither here nor there in this video. I'm just, the more I make these videos and I try, explain about my life ambition, and like with how society is and the differences and just males and females and the psyche and the psychology, the psychological aspects of being different, men and women being different. I'm currently, well, as of right now, I'm in a relationship with a woman, and this thing it goes to prove my point on like my last video, like with men and women differences. I can embrace the differences and stuff, but it's the mind games, man. And I'm getting, I just had my 43rd birthday on this past Tuesday. Today is Sunday the 3rd. I've had, Tuesday was the 29th of October. So I realized a couple of years back, that I always knew that life is short, and I'm just saying, and life is short. The older I get, the more I am just tired of the nonsense. Now, don't get me wrong, life, okay, like age is just a number, but it comes a point in a time. For every man, it comes a point in his life. Somewhere in his life, you got to be tired of the fuckery, man. And the dating game and all that. And I'm not telling y'all, like I said, I'm not telling any man what to do. But I'm just I have to admit, I have no desire. I have no desire to remarry. That for me personally, marriage for me was a one-shot deal. It was a once-in-a-lifetime deal for me. Now, for most of you, probably not. And there's nothing wrong with remarrying, or anything like that. I'm just saying, for me, it's not my cup of tea. And I got all these thoughts on social media wanting to hit me up and all this, and I'm not interested anymore. I'm not interested. I'd rather meet somebody randomly at the supermarket or something and talk to her, than to meet somebody online. Everybody's still, the game has not changed. It's just evolved. And I don't know if you guys can hear about the frustration in my voice, but I'm so damn frustrated with this nonsense. Like, I'm just settling on just having a steady girlfriend, and that is it. I have no interest. I don't want to get married again. I do not want to remarry. I do not, and it's my choice. And if free will is what the good Lord has given us, or the universe, then let me take what the good Lord or the universe has given me in that decision, and being a free will man and living free. Like, I'm content with my own company. I love living by myself. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I'm an introvert by nature anyway. So, I mean, obviously that fits the mold. I mean, I have lived with my ex-wife. I have lived with ex-girlfriends, and it's all the same. I mean, to me, in my personal experiences, like with women, and I'm not bashing women. Like, guys, like I said, man, look, if y'all want to get married, go for it. For me, it's not for me. That's all I'm saying. It's not for me. I've tried it. I've been there. I was married for 11 years. I've been there and done that. And if in a perfect world, yes, my ex-wife and I would still be married. and living together in a perfect world. But alas, the world is not perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. And I see, when I swallowed the red pill and my eyes became open, it's like I see the world for what it is, not the way I want it to be. And I think a lot of the anxiety and depression that we have, that's the major component of our depression and anxieties, is seeing the world the way we want it to be and not the way as it is. And I see the world as it is, and I accept the world as it is. There's nothing in this world that there's nothing that this world can offer me that I want. You know what I mean? Like, it's because we're all gonna die one day. We're all gonna die, and what we've accumulated in this life, we are not taking with us. Okay, the clothes, not even the very clothes on our back. Not the money that we make. And there's nothing wrong with having material things. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. There's nothing wrong with having the finer things in life. I can appreciate the finer things in life myself. We all want the finest things. Just don't let that be your only ambition, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not, I like women. I always have. I guess it's just the mind games that couples play, And I'm, like I said before, I'm done playing games. I'm done. I'm tired of the mental gymnastics that I have to go through. I'm sick and tired of, all the bullshit. Like, I'm done with it. Like, I'm done. Even with sex, I can take it or leave it. For real. I can take it or leave it. That has no power over me no more. Okay. Yes, I like sex. I love it. I enjoy it. But I mean, it's not the end all be all. There's other passions in life for me personally that I want to pursue at my age, which I should have done like 20 years ago. But thinking with my little head instead of my big head, at the time, trying to chase women to marry, to become betrothed and have a wife and all that. Because we've all been sold a bill of goods through Disney and all that, to live happily ever after, and it's all nonsense, man. They don't teach us. They don't teach that crises and problems come in relationships and marriage. That's things that you learn on your own. But I'm content and happy being alone now. Like, I guess I reached that age of maturity. It was just like when I was living in my car home, when I was homeless, living in my car, and I had a lot of time to think to myself, and I was just like, damn, I fell for it. Look, hook, line, and sinker, and it's just, and I can't stand it when people say, well, James, you maybe it's the women you're picking. Maybe you're picking the wrong women. No. I disagree with that, because your heart can't help what it likes. We none of us can help who we like. None of us can help it. It's just inbred in us. Okay, so that's not an excuse. That's not the reason. You like somebody, But I mean, it's all life is all about trial and error. Okay. You live and let live. We all have, life is for the living. Okay. Life is for the living. And as long as you're living, life is for you, and there's a great big world out there, so especially for you younger people, if you're listening to this, pursue your dreams while you're still young. It's never too late to pursue your dreams. As long as you have breath in you and blood pumping through your veins, it's never too late to pursue your dreams. But I became more realistic. I go into relationships with no expectations. That way I will never be disappointed. And I've been so disappointed in my past relationships. I'm not even disappointed in the relationship I'm in now. Well, at least for now, I think I'm still in a relationship. But even if that doesn't even matter to me anymore. Like it's like I can only do so much, you know. I can meet you. I can meet a woman. I can meet my women halfway. But I mean, I'm just done with the mental gymnastics. I'm tired of. I don't have time for it anymore. You know, like I feel like my life is short, and I do. You know, and I want to do for me now. I want to do me. You know, I saved up the money for the security deposit and the first month's rent for this place. You know, I work very hard. I do for the most part back breaking manual labor for a living for now. I'm trying to finish school, as you all know. You know, and that's my motivation. My job is my motivation to finish school because I don't want to break my back for the rest of my life. I'm already starting to have back problems at my age, you know. Um, I've injured my back like, let's see, back in 2016. So just over like 3 years ago. That's when I first injured my back. And it was on a job, working a job, lifting something, you know. And the pain was on a scale of 10. I mean, it was from a 1 to 10, it was a 10. It was severe. It was, yeah. I mean, I had to, when I got, went to the doctor to see about my back. They told me that my lumbar, there was a couple of discs, I think, in my lumbar system of my back, my lower back, that were calcifying. So, and they had to shoot me that. I had to get like 2 injections of steroids and some pain medication and muscle relaxers and stuff like that. I've never experienced that kind of pain in my back before. And I'm a former high school athlete. So, I mean, I've even playing sports in school, I've never experienced that kind of pain in my life. And I've been having back problems ever since 2016. So it comes and goes. But the aches and pains and stuff, and then I'm just numb to the bullshit with my exes. It's just like I'm done, man. If you're gonna let me go, fine. Don't hold me hostage. You know what I'm saying? Move on then. Let me move on. Let me pursue. Let me not even pursue anyone else. I just want to do me. Like I said, I'm happy and content with by myself. I have a peace of mind. Nothing surprises me. Like, I tell my cousin all the time, I'm like, I'm not playing Captain Save a Ho no more, and I'm not. That's not to say that my chivalry is dead. No, it's on life support though, but I will still open doors and pull up chairs and stuff, and let women go first as far as that goes. But as far as the nonsense with them, wanting to treat me like a doormat and walk all over me, I'm not having that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done with that. If that's the case, I'll just stay in my own little hut by myself, go to work, feed, cook for myself and all that, and do all that on my own. I'm not looking for any attention or nothing like that. I'm not giving them any attention. It's like it's more of a headache than I had before. I'm not jumping from relationship to relationship like that. It takes me a few years. I have to admit, it takes me a few years to get over somebody I'm really involved with, that I'm really in love with, quote unquote. It takes me a minute. I can't just jump from one chick to another like most men do. But I mean, it took me about 5 years to get over my ex-wife, to believe it or not, as bad as she treated me. But I'm finally over her, and everything. But it's a very. I mean, I learned a valuable lesson in that, in being married, and divorced and stuff. And I'm always thinking, well, what kind of headache is this chick gonna be about, But a lot of my dudes on YouTube, I listen to them, and trying to what they about is all about purpose. Find your purpose in life. Find your purpose. Be on your purpose. And I can subscribe to that. Find my purpose. I mean, my purpose is to freaking finish these 33 credits, go into my endeavor, and just focus on that. You know, maybe not date here and there. But I think it's so hypocritical for a woman to be like, well, you know, don't keep it all inside. Don't hold nothing from me. And then she turns around and does the very same thing she's telling me. You know what I'm saying? She's like, don't hold back, and she holding back. If any of y'all out there listen to this, listen to me under the sound of my voice. If or in a relationship, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay. In other words, if your woman's gonna tell you these things of, open up to me, speak, communicate, our communication skills, then she has to do the same exact thing. I find it very hypocritical for a woman to tell a man, her man, to open up about his feelings, and then she's holding back on her feelings. Doesn't say nothing, doesn't speak. She gets angry, and she's angry because of her body language. I mean, and it's hypocritical. It really is. And if you're gonna do that, then what? If you're going to be in a relationship, keep your lines of communication open. I'm serious. I'm not blowing smoke up y'all's asses. I'm being for real. If you're going to get married, if you want a relationship, if you're engaged, if you want a long-term relationship, if you go down that road, please, by all means, it's got to be a 50-50 or a 100-100 deal. Like, what I mean by 50-50, 100-100, you got to put in the work, and she's got to put in the work. You can't be the only one putting in the work, and she's not doing it. And she can't be the only one putting in the work, and you're not putting in the work. You got to meet each other on the even plane. If you're gonna do it right. Like, don't half-step, don't half-ass it. I'm not going into my relationships half-assing. I'm just saying that I don't have any expectations in it anymore. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. But I'm just ranting. But. If I told you that I gave up on women, I would not be dating I wouldn't be dating the woman I'm dating. I never said I would go monk mode or give up on women in that regard. I'm just saying I'm done with marriage because it's not my cup of tea. That's not to say that you have to give up on your dreams of getting married if that's what you want to do and having a family or anything like that. I'm just saying for me, just for me. But I'm just wanting to let you brothers know where I'm coming from. I in every relationship that I've had, even the one I'm currently in, again, as far as I know, I'm still in a relationship with this woman. Women have we give them the power to make those decisions on whether they're dating us or not. Now, and whatever. I mean, fine, whatever. I don't care. Like, don't try to hold on to me, and I'm ready to move on with my life, and no, we never broke up. I'm like, babe, I don't see, and that's what I'm telling you guys. I don't listen to words. Words are hollow to me. I see your actions. I see their actions. If they're giving me the cold shoulder and turning their back on me, then I know it's time to go. I'm just telling you. I know every relationship isn't perfect. Every marriage isn't perfect. Everybody has their problems. I get it. And I can work through those myself. I'm willing to work through them. But it seems like every other weekend, man, with this broad, I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, you're very hypocritical. You want me to open up and say what's on my mind and express my feelings and stuff, and then you turn around and you shut down. Like, no, it doesn't work that way, sweetheart. It does not work that way. That's being a hypocrite. You're doing the very thing you're telling me not to do. Like, it's retarded. I'm tired of it, man. I can find better things to do with my time, okay, than that. But whatever, man. I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, I don't, I'm not, it's, I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, I just food for thought, you know, that's why I say, I understand why men go their own way. I can understand Ib more. I can understand SYSMB, SYSMB. there's different factions to it. You know, I'm trying to save some brothers the pain and heartache, of making bad choices and stuff. I mean, at least give you something to think about. That's all. Have an intellectual stimulating conversation as always. Um, but yeah, I'm just I don't even try to understand women anymore. I don't try to understand them because you never will understand them. I understand that everybody is looking for help. Everybody is you know um, looking for provisions and protection. But then when you try to provide those assets, those provisions and protections, they be like, well, I can take care of myself. I don't need no man, blah blah blah, because they let big daddy government take care of them. But you know, I mean, I do believe in the scriptures. I believe that a man has his place and a woman has her place. And we both have, men and women have roles to play. Okay. And I know we're not going back to, I know we're not, I know that, you know, but, the scriptures tell us who gives us directions clearly on who we should be marrying, uh, to not be unequally yoked, to, that a man needs to be a man as far as, going out there, scratching out a living, or some way. um and I believe in our society that we've lost our way in regards to the family, even to God himself. That we've lost our way as a society, to where that's why things are the way they are. But the scripture clearly tells us who we need, who we should be marrying, and everything like that. And it tells us scriptures tell us what love, exactly what love is. you know and I think sometimes we all have, including myself, so much baggage that we take into relationships, the next relationship, baggage from what another spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend did to us in the previous. And you know I'm guilty of that, but I was still trying. I was still trying to I'm like, because I know everybody's different and everything, but at the end of the day, it's still the same. I come to the same point. So I'm not asking for suggestions or anything. I'm just saying that, if you ever run yourself into that problem in your own lives, in your own relationships, you're not alone. You know, I think that women use the power of the pussy to manipulate men and to get what they want. And I'm no longer manipulated by it, because I can, like I said, can take it or leave it. And I mean that with my whole heart. And soon as you come to that conclusion, you realize and look back on all of your many relationships and be like, well, damn, I mean, how much how much is enough? How much is enough? I don't have much, but I'm thankful for what I got. And I'm an old school fool. I believe on getting things, achieving things with hard work and determination, and with God's help. Because and God is only going to help you if you help yourself. So take that for what it's worth. Um, but I'm just sick and tired of the whole thing. I mean, I'm getting to the point. I'm just like, I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could, and I'm just, I mean, because it's very frustrating to me, you know. And so what? I like to sit down on the weekends and watch football after a long work week. Like I want to sit down and relax and watch my football games. I like football. It's my favorite sport, you know. But you know, when it gets thrown up that, well, you like to sit and watch football more than you like to spend time with me, and I'm like, well, how often do I get to sit down and watch a football game? Once a week, 2 or 3 times a week. Whoop-dee. You know, don't get it twisted. You know, you can't be you can't be underneath your woman all the time. You gotta live. You gotta scratch out a living. I mean, come on. And then you try to smooth things over. Smooth things over. And no, I'm fine. I'll be okay. Okay, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. All right, fine. And see, I'm glad that I'm living on by myself, because now I have a place to go. When you're living with someone and you have that problem, it's kind of hard to do. You can leave the residence for a minute, but still you got to come back home sooner or later, right? But things do change. I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I was staying with said girlfriend for about 2.5, 3 weeks, while I got this place. And once I got this place and I started gradually moving, things started to change, quote unquote. The only thing that changes is that I wasn't there all the time, But I mean, if you got, but see again, with the whole not wanting to remarry thing, that goes for cohabitation too. I don't want to cohabitate with a woman again either. So no remarrying for me, no cohabitation for me. And that's what men going their own way is all about, Gynocentrism of society and everything like that too is another reason. But the family courts and stuff, it's catered to the woman and stuff like that, and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to live my best life, Like I said, I'm not trying to rain on anybody's shine or anything like that. I've always feel like everybody's trying to rain on my shine though. But that's okay too. You know why? Because I'm gonna keep on shining. Hell, I ain't gonna let nobody stop me from doing what I have to do. Because ain't nobody gonna do it for me. I gotta do it for myself. Do for self, gentlemen. Do for self. That's all. Just do for self. And then things will start going your way. So. But like I said, I have many problems. I have my problems just like y'all do. I'm a man. I'm a human being. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. I'm not immune to any of this bullshit. I'm not. I've told y'all I've lost more battles than I've won, and that's okay too. But I'm just done, man. I've been fed up for a long time. Been tired for a long time, and wondering why a nice guy like myself can't, find a good woman or whatever, and because she'd rather be with Tom, Dick, Harry, Harpo, Pookie, and Ray Ray, and I'm a good dude. I'm a decent looking guy, and women don't like nice for some reason. Don't ask me why. But when you start ignoring them and doing your own thing, and then you start getting their attention, when you don't show them that, you can take them or leave them, love them and leave them, look the other way and stuff. That's when they want you, you treat them like shit and they love you. I don't know why. I mean, and I never understood that, never. But I get it now. I understand women. I like them. I said I like them. I said I like women. I don't love them. I like them. I understand them. You can either, that's the funny thing about women. You can either love them or understand them, but you can't do both. And I believe that. And I understand women. I understand their female nature. I understand their hypergamy. But anyway, this has been long enough. This has been a long enough rant. All right, I'm out. Be blessed. Later.